welcome to this week's video where I am doing some panic cleaning. Because nothing will make you clean your house quicker than having someone come over. And today I actually have a builder coming, which I'll chat a bit more later in the video about that. So settle in to this video, and if you also need a bit of panic cleaning inspiration, then I hope you get some cleaning motivation. So whenever I know someone is coming over, doesn't matter who it is, first up is bathrooms and then the kitchen. Bathrooms, self-explanatory, and as well, being a girly girl, I have random stuff everywhere. Cleansers, my retainer, lots of random stuff, and I don't know if it's just from being a lady, but I find my sink gets so grimy, and I think it's because of all of the different cleansers. So my sink is absolutely disgraceful and it needs to be scrubbed, because I will be mortified if someone came in here and washed their hands and they were like, this girl is absolutely nasty. So on today's episode of We Listen and We Don't Judge, I was just trying to organise the girly drawer out in the bathroom and I stumbled across my old toothbrush. I don't even think you could clean the floors with that. But I am I've gone electric, everybody. I am repenting my toothbrush sins. So I have gone electric and she looks fancy. She's pretty. So unlike my older brushes, because billions of toothbrushes just get thrown away. I've even tried the likes of the bamboo ones. I've had brushes where only parts of it were recyclable. I also had some electric toothbrushes in the past that had Bluetooth. Why does my toothbrush need to Bluetooth me? I want white teeth, not Bluetooth. So I made the change to the SURI toothbrush. So SURI stands for Sustainable Rituals, and they are a certified B Corp brand. So when going for an electric toothbrush, what I liked about this was, first of all, lovely minimal design. It actually looks nice. I have a mirror mount here so I can just clip it on. The heads, so the brush heads are plant-based and they are recyclable. So SURI has its own free recycling program. You get a bag and then you can send off your heads to be recycled. Now, not only does it brush your teeth and leave them feel, actually the difference between a manual and an electric toothbrush. I've been acoustic for too long with my toothbrushes. The difference, you can just feel it straight away. It feels like a dentist clean. Now, another thing that's a major bonus for me, because I always forget to charge things, is you have a 40-day battery life on this. So essentially 1 month charge, which is amazing, because if you are like me and you have all these gadgets that you need to charge and you forget 40 days on this one. So you actually get a mirror mount as well. So you probably are like, why have you got your old toothbrush in the girly drawer with all the cleansers and stuff? But I don't like having my nasty looking toothbrush out on display. Whereas this one, because it's so sleek and I got the kind of sagey green colour, there's a mirror mount and you can just plop it on. So you can just pop it on whatever mirror in the bathroom. You can put it up higher as well. And also, for my girlies who want to keep their toothbrush clean, there is a case as well. So the travel case will clean your brush. So the travel case, you simply just pop your brush into it, press a button, and it will clean. There's a UVC light in it. So if you're in the wild, pop the brush into the case, hit the button, and it will clean it. So the UVC light will kill off any of the bugs on your brush. And yes, when I had my manual brush, I would just throw it in the little airport baggie. Nasty. How am I still alive from using this? Nasty, nasty. Now, if you're like me and you want to go to the good side, you want to go to the electric side, you want to up your toothbrush game, no more nasty plastics, then of course I have a code and I have an offer for you. So you can scan the QR code that I pop on screen, or I'll pin the link in the comments in the description, and you can use the code Dainty at checkout. You'll get a free SURI toothpaste, a toothpaste key, so no more squeezing the life out of your empty toothpaste to get that last drop. And you'll get a wash bag that's worth £27 when you purchase a brush. So So if you have seen SURI brushes and you have been interested in trying them, use the code Dainty at checkout and get yourself those extra goodies and join me in upping the toothbrush game. I'm honestly embarrassed that I showed you my toothbrush, but again, we listen and we don't judge. I will keep this and I'll use it for cleaning and upcycling projects. She will not go in my mouth again, I promise. So surfaces, floors and the bathroom is good to go. I do find this bathroom, because I am shedding and the cats are fluffy, the floor every second day I am hoovering in here, and it really shows the dust in here, making it a bit harder to keep it clean. So this time of year my house gets absolutely neglected. In autumn it's much easier to manage because you're not going out as much, it's not summertime, and you're not sitting in the garden for most of your days. Well, my evenings anyway after work. Now I am due to have 3 builders to come and visit the house this week to give me quotes for the renovation work that I want to get done. And today I was like, okay, I'm going to get the house in order. I'm going to get all the random bits of crap that are all over the place tidied up, clean the floors, have a good deep clean. But then I got a phone call last minute to say, actually, I can come and visit you today. So of course I said yes, because I'm really eager to get the ball rolling. And this builder was like, I can actually be there in an hour. So I not panicked, but I kind of did. I was like, oh crap, I really need to get this looking a bit presentable. So my first thing is counters and floors. If I can get wiped down, hoovered, mopped, then it will at least look a little bit tidy. Even if my windows are piggy dirty, at least if the floors are looking good in the countertops, I feel like it's not too bad then. So if you saw the last video where I was chatting about like my renovation plans, so I have since that video and the past few weeks I've been obsessed with floors and doors, but more so floors. Like when I'm out and about, if I'm in a restaurant, if I'm in a pub, if I'm in a coffee shop, if I'm in an office, I am looking at the floors because I've become obsessed with them. So thank you for the feedback about dark hardwood floors. I was saying that I was leaning towards a style that would be dark herringbone, but a lot of you guys were saying that they are a nightmare to keep clean because they show all of the dust and the dirt. So I would just love if you guys could give more feedback. So ideally, so in my home at the minute, you'll see when I'm doing the floors, the kitchen is a nightmare. So all of the floor sets in the house was here when I moved in. I have this walnutty coloured floor in the living room and the bedrooms, and that colour is amazing at hiding the dirt. So obviously I have white cat hair, I have black cat hair, and I also shed some hair myself. So the flooring, it just got me thinking about what is nice and manageable. So that colour flooring hides a multitude of my sins in the house. So it hides the dust bunnies. So in my kitchen, this tile floor and the grout has been the bane of my life since I moved in. You have to hoover it daily and you have to wipe it down. You have to mop it every other day because it literally shows everything, and especially because I have pet food and things that can get stuck into the tiles. So I cannot wait to see the back of this. It's even worse in winter because if you're coming out of the garden or if you're coming in the front door, it's like shoes off, or you have like wet paw prints or sole of your shoe prints all over the hallway and the tile. So if you find your darker wood is showing more sins, let me know what actually is like what works for you. So I would love some positive feedback on flooring. So if you did have a floor that, you know, showed everything and you changed it to something that you got a bit, like obviously floors, you're gonna have to clean them eventually. All floors will show dirt, but we would want ones that are going to be a bit more forgiving. You'll also see when I go to do the bathroom, so I'm reluctant to go for a lighter floor because when you see the marble in the bathroom, because of my hair, fluff of the cats, I find I do have to hoover the bathroom every day or every second day because all of my hair is all over the bathroom upstairs. So the lighter coloured tile in the bathroom, while it looks really nice and makes the room look nice and big, the floor is hard to keep clean. So I'm not gonna lie about that. The carpet that I recently got on the stairs, that's great at hiding fluff for some reason. So I give it a hoover, but I don't know if it's because there's different textures and a few colour variations in the sisal, but that's great at hiding the fluff. So that's a win. I'm going to go visit some flooring and tile shops. There is a tile that I have my heart set on for the hallway. And then I have something in mind now for the kitchen, but I think I'm going to have to make it a similar tone to what I have in the living room. So yeah, I'd love to know if you had a floor that you absolutely hated and changed it for something that's much better. I would love to know. I'd love to know. My 1 hour blitz was not too bad. So I just have an omelette in the kitchen because I'm absolutely starving. So I'm going to have a pit stop before I blitz upstairs. Although the builder he may want to have a look for like structural reasons, which is why I want to blitz it. So I cleaned in here. We have clear floor. So this wasn't too bad because I had done a good declutter, but it just needed, like, the floors were filthy and the windowsills from where the cats come in and out. Same with the kitchen, the floors were disgraceful and there was random stuff everywhere. So it doesn't look too bad. I don't look like a messy lady. Then I blitzed the bathroom really quickly in case the builder needed to use the toilet and was like, this girl. And hallway, there was a beehive here. I had a nuke. I've just popped that into the garden because I'm going to use it as a bait hive. So this bedroom, I just did the floors. Oh, I need to kick that under so it looks like I'm not hiding stuff under there. Hallway, as clean as can be. And then in here wasn't too bad. I just plumped the kitchens. Oh, there's my toast. Plumped the cushions. Bon is asleep. So I had to tidy around him, and then I just did hoover and mop. So downstairs, this is my quick blitz. So I'm going to have lunch and then I will hoover floors, stairs, upstairs. The bathroom is filthy, but he's not going to use the bathroom upstairs. But I'm just like, if the builders go up to check I'm sure they'll have to check structural stuff. My bed is upside down up there, but at least first impression, this looks tidy, and I'm so excited because hopefully in a couple of months this year we'll know more when I start to get timelines from different builders of their availability. So yeah, this wall will be gone and this will be open, and yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited for it. It's just going to be so nice, and we'll see so much of the garden as well. Garden is looking good at the minute. So I ended up having a really good meeting with this builder. Now I still have 2 more quotes to go. So I got initial quotes, and then obviously they need to see the space and check things like what direction your beams are going and how thick are the walls and all of those kind of things, so that they can give me a proper detailed quote. And I was saying in the last video about the steel beams. So yes, I am going to need a steel or SJ beam, but it can be done in a way. So this guy actually said, because of the direction of my beams, he could hide it so you wouldn't notice it. But then I was like, or I could have the beam and plaster around it and make it look like a wooden cottage beam. So I obviously won't be making any decisions on that, not yet anyway. But I was like, ooh, I got excited because I was like, I'll have a beam in my cottage because my house doesn't have a beam, but I could have a little cottage beam and I could make it look like an old one. But anyway, he was like, most people would like to hide that. And I'm like, oh no, that's a feature. But anyway, it was just nice to get some proper figures. And yeah, I have a couple more quotes to go, but it was a good meeting. It has been very sticky and humid, and I feel like all I do is wash bed sheets. Now the cats do sleep at the end of the bed, but I'm like, lads, we are sweating up a storm this summer. I don't know what it is, but it's just so clammy that my bed sheets are just on rotation. TMI, by the way. So this is the flooring that I have in the bedrooms and my living rooms, and it does hide the dust bunnies. So I don't have to, like, I can get away if I, skip a few days hoovering. Now granted, you will see dust bunnies, but it's not as noticeable as if it's on in the bathroom, the lighter coloured flooring, or if it's in the kitchen. So yeah, I possibly might go for something this shade, but just in a herringbone design. I want to go out and do the windows because they're really bad, but a beekeeper's job, you're always on the clock. So I'm obviously in my beekeeping group, and someone has reported a swarm in my area and freebies. I have a box ready of all my tools. So I am literally waiting on, so the person in the association said someone reported this through the Facebook page for must be FIPGA for the bees, and yeah, she's like, sometimes they take ages to reply. So if you report a swarm, please give your phone number, because then you'll get a beekeeper like me calling you to say, can you give me the exact location, and I will come and get these bees. Because when bees swarm, they will cluster in one area, but they can move on quite quickly. So they could rest in a ball and they could be there for a few hours or days, and then they will move on to a new location before settling in their final location, which could be your attic or it could be the hollow of a tree, it could be a wheelie bin, it could be anywhere. So Bronwyn said that this one is not high, because my thing is when I catch swarms, if they're really high in the tree, I can't get them. But this is low to the ground near a footpath. Not ideal for the general public, but amazing for me. So I'm literally just waiting. So I hope that person gets back, and then when I get there, the bees will still be there. Otherwise you're chasing bees around the area. But anyway, that's what I'll do. The back windows anyway while I'm waiting. probably going to be another hour or so, maybe when that person gets back. So yeah, report your bee sightings ASAP and give as much detail in the description. Even give them the exact location if you don't want to give your phone number. Drop it on a pin, because yeah, now I'm literally just sitting waiting to go and get bees. So I can happily report that I am getting better at not killing the geraniums and giving them an awful life. So sometimes I will put them into the sink in a bath. Well, I probably should just put them outside in the rain for a few days to, I don't know, get some rain and then bring them back in. These are the geraniums the pelargonium ones that I got at the rare plant sale, and they smell amazing. So when I'm picking off any of the yellow leaves or the spent flowers, my hands just smell amazing. So this week I wanted to tackle the windows, because I will not lie to you, I probably clean the inside of the windows twice a year. And the only reason why I have to do it probably, well, I should do it more often, is because I have cats coming in and out the window. So there just be paw prints and marks on the window, because they will usually chase a fly behind the window. But yeah, be totally honest, how often do you clean the inside of your windows? Granted, outside a bit more, but like inside, yeah, twice a year. And a paw print when I see it. Well, damn it. The swarm was caught. Another beekeeper got there before me. I was literally fastest finger first. So someone must have, from another thing or another local beekeeper. I will find you. And when I find you, that was my swarm. But I have a message from someone else from a local Facebook group, who I have a feeling it's the same swarm they're talking about, because it's such a close location that I don't know. I don't think it's a coincidence. So he has bees hovering at his vent, but it's only like, it looks like maybe 100 bees. It's not like swarmy. It looks like maybe scout bees trying to get into his vent. So I don't know, maybe he might get a swarm. I just wanted an extra box of bees. Bees are expensive. So now I have to clean my windows. No. Oh, the bees were a nice distraction. And the thought of going out to get a swarm was giving me some adrenaline on this day. But no, I have to go back and clean my windows. And the thought did cross my mind that if renovation works are starting soon, now when I say soon, it will depend on the timeline of the doors, which could be 8 to 10 weeks, but it's not that long when you think about it. But I was like, is there any point cleaning? Because this house is going to be full of dust when all that begins. But anyway, I will try and keep it as nice as I can for now, for when I have guests in the meantime. I'll also probably have to start doing some decorating in the areas that are going to be getting a sledgehammer put through them. So in the next couple of weeks I may have to start doing that. If you're new to the channel, you can check out the DIY diary playlist if you want to learn more about my little renovation plan that I want to do, or if you want to see any of the other previous DIY videos, you can check out that playlist. I really need to also get out and clean that greenhouse, so that will be coming soon in a Sunday garden video. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. And don't forget to use the code Dainty at the checkout to get a free SURI toothpaste key and your wash bag that's worth over £27 when you purchase your SURI brush. I'll pop a link in the description, and you can also scan the QR code on screen.